So, are you ready, Don?
Yes.
Right, so let's see if this works. So I need to zero it, okay? And so that's GMT. Okay, and we hit 0. Okay, and release. Okay, that's good. Did a little flash. So it's now gone to 0 and 0. And where should we go to?
Sydney.
Sydney. Okay. Sydney. All right, I can see Sydney. Here we go. Got Sydney lined up. What are the coordinates of Sydney, incidentally?
They are. Let's have a look.
All right.
20.69.
Oh, I got 33 south. So 33, yeah, that sounds right. So 33 south. And 151.
I just noticed the
Oh, so I got
coordinate.
it. So
Sydney
we are remarkably. Oh, is that basically I was out by about 3 millimeters diagonally.
I just noticed the coordinates for Sydney are wrong in the database.
No. It's playing Sydney AU here.
What does it say the coordinates are?
Well, this is snapping at 34 and south and 150, which is what I'm getting on Google. 33.8 by 151.
Huh.
Although oddly, it's not playing anything.
Oh, I know what the problem is. Remember what I told you earlier, the site where I got some of the stations from redirects,
Yeah.
redirects Ukraine to Australia. Somehow it's ended up with two Sydneys.
Okay.
But we'll figure that one out.
Ah. Okay then. So let's try somewhere that we've had a bit of success on. So I know New Zealand, we've had a bit. See if I can get to Auckland. Hey, look at that. That's actually on the crosshairs. I was like, on the crosshairs.
Brilliant. I wonder if the other stations there are alive at the moment.
Yeah. So we got Auckland, Boosh FM, 88.7. There we go.
Is there another station there at the moment?
So I can jog across. Rush FM. Might be asleep. Don't know what time it is.
I think it's like 3, 4 in the morning.
We've got Waves. There you go.
I can just about hear something.
It's sort of
like literally waves.
All right, let's go a bit of India. It's got to be something there.
You say.
Right.
Let me
All right. New Delhi. There's got to be something in New Delhi.
Yeah, there is. 28.6 north.
There you go. Delhi. Look at that. I squinted, I looked, I got Delhi.
Perfect.
Set out. I'll see whether I can film.
That's just working so well.
It's working better than you imagined, isn't it, Don? Admit it.
Yeah. It's taken me weeks to get there.
So yeah. So this is Don, the trusty sidekick to this project and partner in crime, who's done all the intelligent code work. And this is quite something, but it's just hovering over Delhi. New Delhi, and it's playing Delhi FM or whatever. Specifically, Radio Murchi, and then if we give the jog wheel a twist,
and then hope that it's on it.
Because obviously it's going to have quite a few.
Well, there's only
Radio
5.
Noida, 107.
Sounds good.
Not
a cup of tea, but
BD. I just see this now. I'm embarrassing myself at my lack of global pronunciation of various things.
Don't worry, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
Some of the South American stations are pretty good.
Okay, so that's pretty good. That's actually jogging through it. Wow, this is just amazing. It's actually working. And we got the coordinates finally making sense. As for anyone who doesn't know, trying to map a globe into a digital system was not necessarily trivial. So yeah, this is amazing. I'm so pleased.
It worked well, eh?
Let's go somewhere else.
Try South America. There was some really good stations and stations there.
So,
try the big cities in Brazil. I had definitely some there.
So I'll try and film it. Sao Paulo. That should have some action. Come on. I'm like on it.
Shall I look up the coordinate?
What do I need if I'm at Sao Paulo? Try somewhere else. So it's interesting. I wonder whether we put a time sequence to say, if you're not moving and you're hovering and you're waiting, the system continues to expand the fuzziness until it finds something. Is that rocket science or is that straightforward?
I mean, expanding the fuzziness.
You know what I mean? Like if you stop moving and the ring's that big and it goes duh, 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 till it hits something.
Well, so each time it moves out, it has to search a number of squares, and each time it increases with the sequence of squares of odd numbers. So eventually it gets huge. And you don't want it to be too fuzzy because it will take far too much processing time and it might not be so responsive.
I was really hoping to get Bogota, Colombia. I have a friend there.
It might not be in there. Havana, Cuba is in there.
Havana, Cuba. Okay.
There's only one station though, so let's hope it's on air.
I wonder what time it is. It's probably still daylight, isn't it, out there?
About 4 or 5 hours behind us.
All right, we are above Havana.
There are some stations in Barranquilla, Colombia.
I'm also wondering whether my let's have a quick look. Havana, so 23.
Definitely need more radio stations.
23.1. Okay, 23.1. That's good enough. And 82. So this is interesting. Just also, okay, Havana. Here we go. So what's interesting is even though we're only out by, kid you not, 3 millimeter. So I'm hoping that might pick it up. It's actually pretty good. But basically, yeah, that's out by a tiny, tiny amount. I think that honestly, this little wiper is held in with a little bit of glue gun. I think it's reasonable to assume there's a bit of play.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's a little bit of. I mean, honestly, it's the difference between me being here and being there. That's that. So I think also moving the reticule closer, the crosshairs, as it were, moving that closer, I think we will get more accuracy. And bear in mind that this whole decal is basically a vac form heat shrink. So it's actually quite remarkable that it's even in the same ballpark, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, actually, that is a good point. Back when we started the project, I was slightly worried that we might discover that the printing on the globe wasn't necessarily accurate.
But it's pretty good. I think that's pretty amazing. I think the combination between that, the inherent error in the system, and the fact that I haven't even I've designed this to be good enough to get us going for a MVP. This is not like me going to town on all the bearings and all the setup.
Let's see. Let me see if there's any.
I'm going to re-zero it and see if that helps.
I suppose you know what the country code somewhere in Africa is. Oh, South Africa ZA.
I was just listening to South Africa today, actually. It's pretty
South Africa.
intense.
Cape Town, Durban, Johannesburg, Port Elizabeth.
All right, so I'm going to nail Havana this time. Let's hope.
We're back to Havana.
Yeah, I just wanted to see whether my calibration was better. So there's obviously a drift of 2 degrees as we go around the world.
Is that the?
I think that's the inherent. Yeah, I think that's basically the inaccuracy of the map. Basically, I think it has got a tiny.
No, that wouldn't explain it because that shouldn't be moving. It's probably hysteresis. Like very, very slight play between the shafts of the encoder and the globe.
Oh, you think?
Yeah. Well, the shaft is only like 2.5 mil in diameter, and your globe is very much larger than that. So there's quite a lot of torque.
Yeah, in fairness, I've gone onto the international date line on the other side of the world, and I'm seeing a clean 180.
Yeah.
Let's see what our 90 is doing if I force it to the top. That could be it.
Don't go past there. That's undefined behavior.
Oh, so that's interesting. I think I know what it is.
What is it?
So what it is, I know why it's out, is because this wiper arm, as I said, I basically flung this on pretty quick. So actually, this is out. This is basically about 2 millimeters too low, and that's fine because I've been happy with that. That's the sort of thing you correct. So actually, that explains the error. So the globe is good actually. And then if we go, obviously I can't force it, but let's go to something that I can see like 45 degrees.
You're going to have to stick something in the way at the top so it can't go over onto the other side.
But it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it does.
Why?
Because if you go past North Pole, rotational North Pole, it will go beyond 90 degrees north. It won't start back down again.
No, it has.
Has
it's actually gone to impossible, so it's gone 125 degrees north.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's just the way that the encoder, the rotary encoder coordinates are mapped.
Yeah, but it's not going to be smart enough to go over the top and then get back down to the UK, and I wouldn't expect it to, because that would be unintuitive.
I'm glad about that.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable to inspect, but yes, I can put a small nubbin on top. Okay, I think this is a hell of a test. Well done.
I'm glad it works.
Yeah, so am I. I think this is definitely
something like this. Next time we do something like this, I need one of those as well, so I can actually test it.
Yeah, I think we should acknowledge that this was basically done with you holding the rotary encoders and twiddling them, and then trying to mentally figure out what's happening with my globe.
During a lockdown and a global pandemic, 140 miles away from the actual rig.
You know, once you've gone 10 miles away, you might as well be 140 miles away, right?
Well, I mean, my arms are only about 80 centimeters long, right?
Wow, this is so cool. This is kind of mind-bending that it's actually working as well as it is. I'm still going to go back to Auckland, see if I can get my Boosh FM. Really enjoying that. There we go.
It's drum and bass beats.
Drum and bass. Yeah, it's taking me back to my Bristol days. Anyway, before we infringe copyright, I'll call that a day. As you can hear, something is playing, so it's definitely working. So this definitely feels like it's about improving the setup. It's quite dramatic. There we go. All right. Good work, Don.
I've got a ventilator to test. So.
Now rest for the wicked, eh?
Yeah. All right. I'll see you later.
All right. I'll stop.